All right, and we are here, TSCL Season 8, Round of 16, between CXO and Moondoggy. So I'm here, and I'm joined by Vanorion. Vanorion, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody, your wonderful crowd tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is our first Cocast for this TDSL, I believe. So whoever's watching tonight, you guys are in for a real treat, I gotta say.
Sounds like it. We got people joining in the Twitch chat as well.
Right.
Players here, we got CXO, Moondoggy. CXO, I know I've played a lot against this season, especially on ladder. He has a habit of dunking me on ladder, so we'll see if he turns up today as well. Moondoggy have not played against as much, but I know he's been around a while.
Oh, he lurks. He's around. He asks for people in the Discord chat every single day, I believe. Moondoggy for fights. So
yeah.
Just for myself, I think I fought more of both of these people as well. Definitely more of CXO. He's quite the Apex ladder addict, I want to say, compared to Moondoggy. Anyway,
so just getting into pick ban here. So we've got CXO leading off with the Werner, Hilda pick for Moondoggy. Looking at boxes, we see CXO has really 4 tanks if you count the Sissy, so no pressure to pick a tank, no pressure to pick a healer. So able to just grab that Werner first. Hilda, good against most assassins, not so much against Werner on Moondoggy's side, but I believe Moondoggy wasn't forced to pick a tank first. There is the Sissy there, but does go for just the safe Hilda.
Well, I see like a lot of people are just like leaning back into the first tank pick these days just for the safety of the net. Like, unless you're like CXO where you have like 4 tanks on your side that I don't know, is the assassin meta still around? Like, obviously I'm talking out my butt here because I see CXO going with both the Zerda and the Werner as the first pick, so going full assassin build. So I'm wondering if either can Werner and the Zerda just go past the quick guard of the Hilda here without the quick guard of the Hilda be enough.
Werner typically does not struggle with Hilda anti-crit. Zerda probably won't. There are some targets that Zerda could with anti-crit. Auto, Bernhardt come to mind, but Auto's already banned. Bernhardt's not in the box. That's not really a worry. And the Werner just does so much damage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With his double strike, it basically almost kills anybody with one shot.
Yep.
And Moondog brings out the D-Hard. All right. Mr. Gamble Man, I want to say, with D-Hard, where I find a lot of times there's always a 50-50 shot with him if he can kill.
Yeah, that is true. D-Hard actually is a pretty good answer to the Zerda, though. Just in terms of raw range, D-Hard does actually just beat her out by one movement. So it's not too hard for D-Hard to just kind of get in and kill the Zerda if he so desires. Zerda, D-Hard can sometimes fail kills. He's not gonna fail a Zerda if she's already clicked Bloodthirster.
That is very true. Yeah, don't have to put thoughts and prayers into D-Hard here. Every time he goes in. All right, so CXL picks up the lovely Christie, or fake Christie, as like a lot of people like to call her.
Christie, nice. I was about to say he did risk losing a healer. I was actually kind of surprised not to see Sissy there, because now both his healers get banned. Now you can bring a Kyra and have a little bit of healing. Maybe you're saying, I'm going full assassins. My opponent has a bunch of assassins left. I don't really need healing, especially with the 2 AoE mages getting banned here, right? So I guess just doesn't really feel the need for it.
Kyra's kind of like, she's a good backup healer. Like, obviously she's not full on healer, but if say Moondoggy does go in with, like, say with the Wet Hand first with his AoE spell, at least the Kyra would be able to provide some sort of protection, I think, debuff against Wet Hand passive disabled.
Right. I would be surprised to see Wetham AoE here as opposed to just, well, I guess 3C AoE, but I'd hardly ever count that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And so overall, I want to say CXO has a very, very strong position comp here with 3 assassins and Lucretia here for like long range just to snipe any straggler units I have left. Right, Moondoggy has more of the safety comp, more of the tank push, that's for sure. I can see him just slowly pushing down the map and just try to outwithstand CXO assassin snipe.
Yeah. Depending on this Rosin build, CXO could actually be in a lot of trouble here. If this is a fixed immune holy Rosin, CXO could actually struggle quite a bit to break through at that point. Hilda Rosin just so good at walling you out. Lucretia's not going to be enough at that point. The other assassins won't be able to kill the Rosin. Whatever is the most dangerous assassin, probably the Werner, D-Hart can just pick off. And then with no healing on CXO's side, you could have Christie end up getting beaten down before you can actually break this comp. I would be kind of surprised to see Holy Fixed Immune Rosin, though. That's very uncommon.
It can exist. There's nothing wrong against it, I would say. Like, it can definitely pull the rug out of the opponent if it's fixed immune.
Yeah, it's just not the most common build for her because it does drop your int quite a bit.
Well, how do you build your Rosin, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine is just mage with a true cross. Though I have considered switching over to Holy Fixed Immune.
Yeah, no, I gotta say, that's where my Rosin's built, Holy Fixed Immune. It does well. Like it said, it prevents people from going in with the Twilight Star and one-shotting the Rosin, and then they're kind of just stuck there looking at it. All right, you guys, match start. Let's get started. It's Langrisser time.
Alrighty, so we do see a Boots Wedham attempting to cheese. Unfortunately, Moondoggy is player 2, and there is a tank, so that's just not going to happen. So this Wedham is completely useless now. He brought Air Slash as well instead of Annihilation. It's very unlikely. he exerts a lot of pressure on CXO's movement as to, you can't really branch off of your tank at all. But he's not going to do much killing if you stay by the tank.
I'm surprised he did not bring Wedham standard free C just for the debuff to Christie, just so because the Christie without any buff for herself, she's kind of pointless at that point. So what he hoped to accomplish with the Air Slash would be interesting.
Air Slash is for cheesing. That's all it is.
That's it. Yeah, but
it's for cheesing. It's for Spear Boots cheese. He's gonna try and use D-Hart to take a kill, set up the Wedham talent, and hope that he can keep one of those marks and then just cheese a kill with Wedham. That's the play.
You make a very good point. Yeah, that could absolutely work if he gets it off. If he gets it off.
And he's actually, because there's no healer, if D-Hart kills exactly Kyra, it's pretty much guaranteed that he'll get that off. The problem is Kyra is kind of the worst target for D-Hart, right? You have a Hilda with no crit. Kyra damage is pretty underwhelming. So, you do get 2 kills out of the exchange. Very likely your D-Hart will die for it.
Oh, yeah.
But, you're getting 2 kills, but one of the kills is not very good.
No,
and then there's also the chance that, you mark Christie, Lucretia, Puppet, and then your ham kill is also not very good.
If Moondoggy does go in, it's definitely going to be the battle of exchanges. If it's just between, who does you want to take out and just, don't care to sacrifice, basically. Because as you said, I feel like on CXO's side, definitely is going to be the Werner that's going to give the most headache for Moondoggy, and vice versa, probably the D-Hart for CXO.
Yeah, the Werner's very good. Honestly, in this game, the Zerd is actually pretty nice once that D-Hart goes down. If the D-Hart does trade for Kyra, Zerda suddenly becomes a huge problem for Moondoggy, because there just won't be anything left to kill her, and she can just hide behind the tank forever.
Actually, now you mention it, yeah, really the Hilda tank here, I feel like she's just going to be not doing much about this battle just because of CXO assassin side here. And especially because she's Lancer with cavalry, I don't see her doing much against any of these units on CXO.
Yep, the Hilda's really just going to tank the Lucretia for a little bit. But not even that long with Royals as the troop choice here. Lucretia bringing Cleanse to try and cheese guard as well at some point.
The Hilda did bring Route, tried to stun any units that get close, but personally, I really can't see that being that useful unless the game goes on for 12 turns or something like that.
I mean, if you're in Moondoggy's spot here, your tank is not really doing anything. You're not really guarding anything. Whereas CXO's Christie is guarding a lot, right? Guarding from the Ironblood, guarding from the Ham. If you get a stun on the Christie at a good time, you can just get 2 free kills out of it. So I can actually see that being somewhat relevant, making use of the new exclusive for Hilda here to be able to bring 7 cost to actually pull that off.
Yeah, like there's debate right now about her armor. Like, is it worth building up right now? I know like a lot of people has been asking that lately. And it's a real coin flip, I gotta say, about if the Hilda's armor is like, useful.
Yep, this will be a good game for testing it. Is route actually so valuable here that it's worth enchanting an entirely new armor for your Hilda?
Like just wasting like 100 scrolls on her just to try to get like hopefully one good chance.
Right.
Oh my. So yeah. Because like I don't know, personally for me, I always feel like survivability, because she's the tank, you want her to survive. So having that extra skill just to do a route is not really worth it, because if she can't survive, there's not really much point.
Yeah, it does. You don't always have to bring route here, though. You know, you can now bring faction buff and dominating formation, so you have an extra turn of guard up time, or 2 extra turns actually. Right, so you have a lot easier time keeping your guard up.
Oh yeah, you make a very good point. Then like the Hilda then basically has the her full 2-range guard for basically the entire game, like as long as she doesn't lose it through disable.
Let's see, CXO, Kyra left up, probably not looking for a kill here, probably just looking for positioning against the D-Heart. Right, not really threatening too much. Yeah, just gonna stand in place and hope that's enough to spook him off.
Yeah, right now CXO, he's definitely playing the position game right now. He is absolutely no hurry. And there's the breeze. You knew it was gonna happen.
All right, here's the question: do you go kill this Kyra and then also take the dive with Wedham immediately after?
Thoughts and prayers, D-Heart. Thoughts and prayers. Do you dive in?
CXO does just back off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Kyra is out of range. However, Kyra did move, which is honestly better for CXO. It's kind of the same difference as killing the Kyra as far as Wedham debuff goes. The problem is the only target now is Werner. With State Guards, you don't have the extra effect here on D-Heart to get the class ignore. So those State Guards are going to do a pretty good job of blocking you out. That's very likely not an actual kill.
No, there's no way, like, you're right, D-Heart is able to kill the Werner. Especially, I assume he's probably in defensive stance, just being that far. And the Hilda just keeps on marching forward.
Well, defense stance on Werner doesn't matter because he's near allies, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Basically always attack stance.
You make a good point, yeah.
Yeah, Hilda just marching forward because none of these... Well, Lucretia wants to hit her, but Lucretia isn't going to be in any rush to do so, and no one else really wants to hit her.
I'm kind of curious if Moondog's gonna make use of that route this game for Hilda. We'll see.
We're getting close. He's not too far away.
He's closer. Hilda could be the MVP. You never know. All right, buffing up Moondoggy. So Moondoggy is definitely planning to do something this turn. At least I hope so with that cast of miracle right there.
Yeah, the Rosin's definitely pickable here, but like, why would you?
No, she's done.
Well, actually, she's not. The Werner is Werner's the only assassin able to do so, and Werner does not run Twilight Star, so that's not going to happen. But again, if you're CXO, you don't really care about this Rosin. Your intent is to one-shot everything in sight, anyways, with assassins.
Exactly. For CXO, is once he gets rid of like any one of Moondoggy's like attack units, I feel like Moondoggy's plan is just gonna fall apart real quick.
Attack looks a little low on Werner, maybe.
All right, let's go for the strike.
There's the thorns.
There's the spell.
No danger without
almost
boulders
killed.
here, though.
Oh my goodness.
Not quite enough to kill. Lost defense to dispel, so that wasn't relevant. Thorns does mean that this Lucretia is just kind of out of luck for the rest of the game, basically. I guess she does have Reaper. But I mean...
That's our Reapers.
Okay, no, she is going to shift away. Yeah, it does have to shift away or else she would have just died to D-Heart. He does have sneak attack for that exact purpose. Though that is assuming he crits, which is sometimes a lot to ask of a D-Heart.
I know, he's a man who like, oh, here he comes.
Oh, here he goes.
All right, D-Heart, show what you're made of.
That's exactly Werner, and there's just no way.
Boy.
It is a stinger on the Werner. Yeah, there's just no way that works.
Moondoggy was really trying there. Oh,
it's close, but it's not enough. He does get the stun on Christie, though. That is pretty big.
Oh, that is pretty good with the stun there. That is like of all things you could ask for. Now the only thing is, now CXO's Werner is now kind of useless because now he has no. Now he only has 800 HP now. So if he attacks, he's just going to die just from the counter attack.
Well, he can attack from 3 or 4 range. He did lose his attack buff, so his attack's not going to be too impressive. However, the real problem is there's a Wedham coming in.
Yeah.
Right. Ironblood's not in range to do anything this turn, but you do have to go through an entire turn next round with Christie stunned. So you're going to have to deal with Ironblood next turn, and Wedham's coming for you now. Zerida is still on setup time. She's not ready to fight.
No, Zerida still hasn't cast her Shadow Free Sea yet.
Although, I wouldn't be surprised if Zerida could just basic attack and kill D-Heart. But you don't really care about the D-Heart at this point. D-Heart without a skill is not very strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so you're right. So
there's the Werner. Yeah, that's an easy kill.
He
Werner does so
HP.
much damage. He does so much damage. That's double strike.
Double strike and 800 HP. Even Werner does not care.
Yeah.
Mr. Sexy Werner.
I mean, double strike with no troops is about as good as just regular attack with troops.
Mm-hmm.
And, we were looking at Zerida saying Zerida can probably kill this with regular attack, so I'm not surprised to see Werner can also kill it with regular attack. That was a bit of an odd move from the Ham. Actually just sits on the bush, or on the fort.
That's a very odd move. Like,
he messed up his sword placement. He couldn't actually reach because of that. He needed to drop sword 1 tile further back, so you could get the full 2 move from Spirit Boots and then move 3 to engage.
Oh.
But because he dropped sword 2 in front, he actually doesn't reach. So he has to wait till next turn now.
Well, fortunately for him, he's not going to buy him. Well, now he leaves his Wedham open to attack. That's for sure, certain.
Yeah, CXO does have turn priority to take advantage of that. So you'll very likely just see this turn start off with Zerida taking a kill somewhere. Looks like it's going to be the Ham. Anti-crit is up. He's on a fort. It doesn't matter. I don't believe Zerida does not care. Or I don't believe Ham's bulky enough to do that. Ooh, it's going to be Kyra into the sword, though.
The sword, all right.
So CXO apparently is a Ham believer here. Gets the dispel on Christie, though. That's probably the more important part of that.
Oh, there you go. That's the reason why.
You still lose the Werner because he's out of guard range, but you don't lose anything to Ironblood now. And Ham is just dead.
Yeah.
And Ironblood is dead now, too. Anti-crit is down as long as she's in range. Which she's not, so she's not actually dead. But if she moves up, she's dead.
Well, that's what you got the Zerda for there for. Like you can just move the have the Lucretia cause the kill on the wet ham, and then just have there you go, and finish up.
Easy.
And now the question for Moondoggy is he has no way to deal with the Zerda or the Kyura at this point.
Right, there's just not enough time to get through this Christie anymore.
I feel like we're facing GG at this point now. There's no way. Moondoggy lost 2 of his critical attack units here now, and now Iron Blood is just not going to carry. Not with a Christie on the field.
There is still there's still route on Hilda to stun the Christie again, but the problem with that is there's just you can't get close enough to do it without losing your Iron Blood to something. And there's still actually Star Slash as well, right? This Kyra brought both of the healing skills, so even if you do stun the Christie, she just immediately gets dispelled again.
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, Moondog is still going to try, just hoping for a lucky break here.
Yeah, maybe you get the guard dispel. Does get the guard dispel,
wow.
So guard dispel and passive block from the ham means that Christie's not guarding anything, but the problem is that CXO still has turn priority.
Well, if CXO does fail to kill the Iron Blood, she does get to cast her free C again, and
that is true.
Even.
You don't need the 3C to kill the Christie here, though. You can 2C here. You already dispelled the guard. There's nothing left to dispel on the Christie.
Yeah, that's true. But if like Christie decides to bring up back up her buff up again, the Iron Blood can just take it out with no issue again if she loses that one.
Very true.
All right, going for the hoping this shouldn't kill because she's on forest.
Yep. On a forest and Hilda Aura. That was just to dispel passive block so that you're actually guarding here. The problem is now you get stunned by Hilda and you can't dispel it again.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh my god! So the route actually becomes useful, and it kills too. Wow, the route actually does something in this game. I'm impressed.
The problem is Ironblood still has a lot of work to do here.
Yeah.
Right, she can get a kill here.
I feel that
she still has her Moby skill, so she could run all the way over to get the Zerida, but if she does that, she's dead to Lucretia. Although Lucretia has to end her turn here.
I feel that Lucretia's just going to kill Hilda right here and now.
I would not be surprised. Hilda guarding, she should be. Yeah, Hilda is still guarding. So yeah, you can take a life off the Hilda with Lucretia, and then Ironblood takes a life off of your Lucretia or kills Puppet, I guess. And then Moondoggy gets priority to do something else with the Ironblood. But the problem is there's 2 lives of Lucretia and a Zerida and a Kyra that Ironblood kind of needs to get through right now.
Question is, who do you go? Well, I guess probably the Kyra, just to remove any sort of healing ability, but still, that's still quite a bit of a challenge just to get through.
The Kyra, you might risk getting counter killed. That's
true.
Because you can't go melee against the Kyra. You can at least go melee against the Lucretia. And Lucretia at 20% HP isn't going to be doing very much damage either. But then Christie comes back up. Right, Christie will no longer be stunned, and then you have to kill the Christie before you can actually do anything else.
The Hilda is still guarding Kata. She still has her two range block, believe it or not. So she can still guard if Moondog keeps her range.
So it looks like Moondoggy's going to go for the Zerida and gamble on being able to just tank the Lucretia hit. There's no skill on this Lucretia. There's no buff. All right, so the hope is that it's not enough damage.
And she's on forest now, so should be able to live a hit. Those forces are all right, here we go.
I guess also Ironblood cannot run. Well, could run back to guard. Could go below the Hilda and be in guard.
Yeah, the Hilda still has her 2-range guard, believe it or not, guys. After all the debuffs she suffered.
Very likely kills Christie here. Proc might stop that. Nope, not quite.
not quite.
All right, buffless Kyra, Lucretia on cooldown. What you got, CXO?
Can the Lucretia kill the Hilda? That's the question. Oh, he's gonna try. Gamble, gamble.
Yep, this also lets the Lucretia just get away from the Hilda and not get hit by her. Or,
nope, not even
or
close.
just go for the Reaper.
Yeah.
But that's not enough to kill, and now there's a heal coming in.
No, there isn't. It's on cooldown.
Okay, yeah, no, there's not.
Yep, so
Did not bring single target heal,
did not bring the single. That would have.
which means Kyra gets to kill the Hilda, and then it's all on Ironblood to clean all of this up by herself.
And there goes the Hilda. Well, Hilda, you made good use of your route. I'm impressed.
Yeah, route was pretty good
Yep.
here. Ironblood, full cooldown, 3 move, cannot reach anything. Rosin
no.
fails the kill on Puppet. You hate to see it.
No. Steve lived.
Steve OP.
Oh, he just smirks at you. It's like, aha, you tried, you failed, healer. And now
There still isn't an attack buff, so it's still very likely Lucretia would fail the Ironblood if she went there. So we could just see mass attack here. Because also, if you hit the Ironblood, you're now in range of getting hit by Ironblood. So yeah, we do just see mass attack.
Yeah, just move the Ironblood into a forest and just try to live the next attack. That's what I say.
You're pretty much guaranteed to live the Kyra.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, you should always live this. The issue is that you're going to be low on HP afterwards.
With Star Sword? No, we'll see.
Especially with attack buff spell. Attack buff spell actually probably mattered there.
Yeah, I feel like if she didn't get that attack buff spell, then she might got the kill there.
Alright, Ironblood is alive, but doesn't really have any great attacks other than just, like, killing the puppet. You kill the puppet, you can get yourself back to full HP, but then
that's
what?
what he does.
Essentially full HP. Skills are available, but now you have to take both of these hits back to back. There is a miracle in between.
Yeah, there's a miracle, I was about to say, yeah. So the Potential is going to keep the Ironblood alive at least a little bit longer, so...
Unless unless Lucretia just kills here. Attack buff gone again, that should be fine.
Wow! That buff is really working out in spades.
But the Rosin buff is gone now. There will be no more Dispels. Kyra has 3C, got an attack buff off Tenyos. Tenyos might have bailed CXO out here. And it does.
Oh, there you go, that's game.
That might not have needed buff.
And that's game. Well, that was a real close one. That was a lot more close than I expected. Just looking at the stats real quick. On CXO side, it was Lucretia that carried the game there for most damage. Wow, no big surprise on Moondoggy side was all about the Ironblood. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised for CXO really of all the units to carry that game. I was not expecting Lucretia to be the one who can carry.
Yeah, I mean, everyone spent a lot of time out of guard. Lucretia also did get to just chew through Hilda multiple times. That's a great way to build damage. All right, we're getting ready for the next game. Windy Outpost is the map. So I imagine if people have them, we'll see Illustrials come in out of side boxes. And we'll see if they mix anything else up for us. A little disappointed that we're not seeing any Oboros or Azusas, but not too surprised that people don't have them built yet.
Where's my whales? Where are the guys who spent like $500 on this game? Yeah, no. Like what? How many pulls did you do the other day?
I did about 350, I think.
Oh, that's a pretty high number, I gotta say.
5-star Oboro, 4-star Azusa, and then 3 off banners.
Oh, 3 off banners! Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was an interesting session. Oh boy, Moondoggy. Hello.
Wow,
Moondoggy's box.
He flipped the table,
has
folks.
turn priority and intends to use it. Actually, no Illustrials coming in. I guess they're I guess she's not even worth sideboxing anymore, huh?
No, like Alessio, like apart from this one, like 2 maps, she's not really that useful. I want to say majority of the time.
I don't know about that. I feel like she's still pretty good.
She's good, but I feel like she's kind of like D-Hard in a way where you have to go in and hope she gets the kill because she's basically dead if she doesn't.
True. All right, trade Epsilon first bans, and there's the Iron Blood to go with this much more aggressive box.
All right.
Kyra and Consul here are the bans. Very good alongside Iron Blood, so no surprises there. Other noteworthy units for Iron Blood to buff up, though. Lucretia is great. Werner is excellent. Even Otto just really appreciates having that +2 movement, even if he doesn't get much out of the soldier boost.
Oh, even like someone like the Cherry can go in. Even with like the +1 move can make a big difference for her with the soldier boost. And the Werner.
There's the Werner. Werner very, very good with Iron Blood boost. And we haven't seen Moondoggy's Werner, so especially if this is like Boots Werner with the boost just has so much range and kills everything.
No, he's in. Basically, that's it. You're absolutely right. Dives on in, like say Merry Christmas while he kills you.
Lucretia pick for CXO is very nice, although Werner could potentially kill her. Let's see, we did not see Glory of the World on the Lucretia last game, so yeah, could potentially be dead to the Werner if he brings sneak attack here.
Which which I imagine he would. Or actually, no, for this map, he could bring his passive 1C as well, which the fixed damage. That's
yeah, the 1C is the 1C is very, very nice on this map for just retreating back after kills.
Mm-hmm.
D-Hard coming out again.
CXO. Actually, no, but this is CXO D-Hard. No, last game.
Oh, that's
Moondoggy
true.
D-Hard.
This is just...
Yeah.
It's a second pick D-Hard on the same side of the screen. He's in the exact same position. It's just a different person's D-Hard.
Is it? Yeah, it's a completely different person using it now. So, interesting enough. Like,
and there's the auto pick.
All right. I feel like at this point now, you got to pick a healer just to deal with the auto.
There goes the Hilda. I'm not surprised to see Hilda drop here. You really don't... You would much rather auto be the one tanking here. And then Lucretia can just kind of go wild, as opposed to letting Hilda through. And then you have to deal with Hilda and auto and a healer behind them.
Yeah.
Sissy serving the role of healer and tank here. Though she's not amazing at either. But, you know, you need someone to do the job. And she will do the job.
He will live long enough just to withstand, you will hope.
Yeah. It is very likely that CXO will end up with the Landius or Christie here, though. So very likely we'll see an actual tank, and then the Sissy is kind of underwhelming as far as healers go. But couldn't really pick an actual healer without risking the tanks getting banned. Oh, actually, tanks banned. That's surprising.
Oh,
I guess tanks banned makes Helena a little bit better, but it makes Ironblood very good. Wedham was already going to get powered by Werner. Auto doesn't care, so it makes Helena better, it makes Ironblood better, and it makes Wedham more consistent. That's not bad. Who's ready to play the 33% game? CXO has a 33% chance to not get cheesed by Wedham on turn 1, because this is a Boots ham, and he will bring Air Slash.
You're absolutely right. Moondoggy has a chance.
He can reach... No, it's a 66% chance. He can reach one tile on the second row.
I'm surprised.
So you have to... it is 30. It's too late in the evening to do math like this. But basically, you have to guess. You have to guess which tile Ham is going to start on and put the empty slot there. Otherwise, he jumps out and kills a unit, and there's nothing you can do about it because you didn't pick a tank. The joys of being player 2 against Boots Ham.
I'm surprised now that you mention it that CXO let Boots Ham in, considering that he knows what's coming. Especially with Moondoggy being... I feel like Moondoggy picked player 1 just so he can do this.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a much more aggressive game plan for being player 1, as we saw from Sidebox. Only the Werner made it in out of there, but yeah, the rest were all forcing bans at least. I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't, he had an opportunity to pick a tank into the Boots Ham, chose Ham instead, and now he gets to play this choose the right spot or lose game. Depending on who's in the wrong spot, it might not actually matter too much. But like if your Ham is in the wrong spot, or if your Werner is in the wrong spot, or even the D-Heart, those are some huge losses.
Really. Yeah, any unit.
Sissy you can probably get away with, though it still sucks. Lucretia is actually the best case scenario because she wouldn't be dead.
Well then, but like you could just lose the puppet and then that would be nerfed to Lucretia. All right, here we go.
CXO chose correctly. There is not going to be an instant Ham kill, which means that the Sissy has a chance to summon a soldier and get guard up. And so now you just have to worry about any assassin kill turning the Ham on. And we do see it is a sword burner. He brings Firebrands here. Firebrand's a bit of an odd choice when we know that the Lucretia is not Glory of the World. That's usually kind of the reason to be Firebrands, either Firebrands or Arcane Battle Garb to kill a Glory of the World Lucretia with sneak attack. He does have the sneak attack as well.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he did. He just brought his own sneak attack.
Yeah, so kind of over prepared for the Lucretia here a little bit. That does hurt him quite a bit versus the D-Heart as a result. All right, Iron Blood boost onto Otto and Werner, very nice. Again, Otto just really, really loves having that extra +2 movement. It is so very nice for him. Especially for Spirit Boots Otto.
No, I imagine like CXO is just gonna play the tank comp game here and just try to outlive all the AoEs, and that Moondog is probably gonna lay down like in the 3rd or 4th turn, because I can see Moondog just get into position and just strike it all in one turn.
For sure. Worth noting, CXO is also on Boots Ham here. Moondoggy's auto is a little bit squishy, but Boots Ham should still usually fail that kill. Moondoggy does put the Werner up. I would assume this is defense stance. That just dies to Ham, though. I guess maybe he's okay with trading that potentially, but that definitely just dies to Ham.
Would it die to him? Because it's
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was free C. I was thinking like it's with airstrike. Yeah, no, with this.
Yeah, he's not that bulky, right. Especially with Firebrands as the troops. Werner's not that bulky, especially infantry Werner, because he doesn't even have rights to try and preserve.
Oh, that's very true. You're absolutely right there.
Maybe if you get a proc, but
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you have no reduction, 35% is not actually that much.
Well, when the battle happens, you still like to believe, like, come on, live longer.
Ooh, that could have been an attack stance, though. Because he is no longer benefiting from defense stance. So it could have just been a clever little attack stance pretending to be defense stance.
Nice little fake out there for from Moondoggy's side if he did it. So that's the thing with Werner. You never know, really, unless you watch.
Yeah, you really have to check it to be certain. Until you check it, it could be anything. CXO not really able to move out too aggressively here with that Ham staring him down. Doesn't really want to like have Ham come in at the end of turn, kill his tank, and then kill something else.
Yeah, no.
Though he might struggle to actually pull that off. This Ham isn't particularly bulky, even with the Spirit Boots. 556 defense is kind of bad. If this is Spirit Boots, I'm assuming it is because the attack is horrible. And that's usually the easiest indicator.
Because no, like yeah, you're right. Because what a normal one with like say Overlord badge is like 1500 or so.
1450.
1450.
1400 to
Okay.
1450 is non-boots ham typically.
Ah, okay.
So for everyone at home, if you see a ham and he has like 1350 or below, it's boots. Unless it has green skill, in which case it's swordsmith. But that's not as common.
No, not as common as it used to be. I feel like in the beginning when people were playing Wet Ham, they did a lot of swordsmiths, but then including myself, it's like too many failed kills, and then I just move over to Overlord badge just so he can have like the additional attack power.
Yeah, the problem with swordsmith is it doesn't protect you from very much unless you also bring gargoyles, but gargoyles are bad. You don't really want to ever bring gargoyles on ham. So if you're bringing werewolves anyways, you don't gain too much from a swordsmith medal. So people just, by and large, people don't favor it.
Yeah, no, I think most people dropped it at this point. Like, yeah, I can see CXO right now. He's just kind of crowding in the corner right now, just trying to get away from the autocrat free C AoE effect. Maybe hoping for a lucky breeze.
Yeah, get away from the auto, buy some time to get some breezes so that he can actually be the one engaging here. He really does not want to let Moondoggy get in first.
Now,
Especially with
now
that ham staring him down in the back. First person to get a kill turns ham on, and then hams go wild.
Ham. Oh, I like that. Ham go wild. That sounds like a great TV show. Yeah, but really, thing is like Moondoggy right now is just rolling in the movement plus right now. He has a
Yeah, Iron Blood will do that for you.
not only that, but like the
Got to breeze on
has
Helena as well. Yeah, you're right.
has a breeze on Helena.
All right, we do see a breeze on Lucretia and a tenuous breeze come out onto the elite mercenary.
Mercenary. All right,
Oh
people.
boy, he's ready to go.
This mercenary is ready to kick ass. He's ready to take on that wet ham like it was nothing. Yeah, I could totally see Moondoggy trying to go in for the next turn with all these breezes. He's getting a plus mobility.
Yeah, he still has a full another turn of Iron Blood movement as well, so he doesn't even have to go in here. You just see the ham move up for CXO just a little bit. Again, not really interested in hitting this auto because it basically will never kill, and then your ham is just kind of dead.
All right, here we go.
Into range of the burner though. Goodbye.
Wow, Werner showing his stuff, people.
Yep, hammer there to dispel the last rites. Still don't actually know if it's better than Stinger Guard or Stinger Defense Pierce. I'll be honest, not entirely sure, but hey, it works. It's double strike. He's always dead anyways. It doesn't really matter which weapon you have.
It's true for the werewolf like it was butter. So there you go.
Yeah, double strike will do that for you. So there's the first kill. We have marks on Puppet, Werner, and Sissy. Werner is a very nice mark. Puppet's actually really irritating for CXO because it shuts down Lucretia range. Sissy, not really that relevant.
All right.
So we'll see Werner just trade it right back.
There you
Easy
go.
kill there. But that means that all these marks are still active. So, Moondoggy could go in and kill the Werner here. Moving this Werner to get the kill here is actually a very good play by CXO. The other two marks aren't really on relevant targets. So if you've already taken your action with Werner, now Moondoggy is using an active unit to kill an inactive one. That's a pretty big swing in action economy for CXO, right? It lets him just revenge kill the Wedum, and then everything is fine again.
Yeah, now the question now at this point is like, who else is Moondoggy is willing to sacrifice now for his next attack? Because I feel like that's what Moondoggy's main strategy is right now. Is just throwing in units one by one, just hoping to get a kill. Like he could use the autocrat, move in a little bit closer, and try to go for the buff steal. Because right now on CXO's side, most of his units only have like, well, I guess they got like a fair number of buffs on them.
So honestly, I think Moondoggy has two big problems that he needs to deal with this game. Werner is a problem, and Lucretia Puppet is actually the other problem. As long as Lucretia Puppet is up, Auto is always just potentially dead. But once Puppet goes down, you can get in on the Lucretia, like break or sorks, get other units to attack her before she can actually always kill Auto. And then Werner is kind of the only unit here who can consistently kill what Moondoggy has in the back. So if you can get rid of these two, then like Auto plus whatever's left can probably clean up. D-Heart could potentially kill the Iron Blood, although he does have his class disadvantage ignore. Or his class...
Well,
ignores disadvantage. It should ignore advantage as well. It should just be class neutrality if he ignores guard, which would make it hard to kill the Iron Blood.
Well, D-Heart's on the other side of the map right now and hiding in the corner. I don't think he's in range.
I'm talking about like late game after.
Oh, late game.
After lots of things have happened.
I see. If this game goes on past turn 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah, if the Werner goes down and the Puppet goes down, then I could see a world where Auto Iron Blood just wins with just the two of them versus the rest of CXO's team.
Now Auto does get the +3 breeze from the Iron Blood here, so he does get
one more point of movement.
One more breeze. So this Autocrat can basically hit anybody he wants now if Moondoggy chooses to do so.
True, but he can kind of do that already. There he goes.
Speak of the devil, let's go.
All right, and we see the shuffle is not bad.
The shuffle
clock on 3C, you hate to see it. Sissy is already moved, so there's going to be a lot of damage being taken here. Right, importantly, Lucretia did not get shuffled into the front where she could potentially just... Well, I guess there's no assassin to kill her. But maybe Helena AoE could have killed her. But where she is now, she still has revive thanks to Puppet, so no concerns there.
Thankfully, but now can Lucretia can still hit the Autocrat because she has the breeze, could she?
Yes, but Lucretia does not kill if she's not at full HP.
Now you make a very good point there.
Usually, at least. Maybe 3C could actually get it done, but I'm pretty sure that Auto would live that.
Yeah.
I think this Auto's bulky enough.
He has the he just still has all his buffs, so okay, so CXO is just gonna move the D-Heart to a better position right now. But
I don't know if I call that a better position, but it is a position. The problem with that position is there's another Auto 3C next turn, and now D-Heart is also getting hit by the next Auto 3C.
Oh yeah, the clock. Let's not forget. Oh.
And there's also Helena here, so you just put every single one of your units in range of all of the AoEs. Right, turn priority on Moondoggy's side. We don't see Helena go in though. She might not have been in range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, she was definitely in range. She wouldn't have gotten all the hits. She would have missed one proc of Crystal or of Petal Storm. But she could have gone in and done potentially big damage there. And then, Wedham could... I think Wedham's too far away to AoE.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. Here you
go.
Hello, Ham. Here it goes. All right, Ham, show your stuff.
Once again, does the Spirit Boots incorrectly. If this is Spirit Boots, we'll see if he moves 1 or 3 tiles here.
I don't know what to say about this.
Yep, it was Spirit Boots, and
okay,
does it wrong again, and can't engage again. So now there's just a sword sitting in the middle of the map. There it is.
Did he do it on purpose? To block, but then...
So Lucretia doesn't have range right now because of Steve being passive block. Steve could use the switch to get the range back, and then Lucretia could kill the sword.
I'm kind of surprised he did not like say teleport onto the
He's too far
Sissy
away.
White.
If he teleport, oh, he could have teleported on Sissy. Sissy does have
Sissy there, yeah.
Yeah, Sissy is marked.
Yeah, he could teleport on Sissy and then kill whoever he wanted to there.
Well, he'd be killing Sissy, Puppet, or Elite Mercenary. Those were his options. But instead he chose none of them. And now there's a sword that is just gonna die.
Yeah, like it was like I feel like it just definitely I feel like it was a misplay.
Or an attempted auto kill. It actually is enough with the 3C, huh?
Oh, well, with the so now you learn something. Now we know
that's probably actually Demon Troops holding you back there. I wonder if Dark Guards actually dies there. All right, so there's no more auto 3C coming out. Lucretia is giving her life for this, though. All right, here comes Ham. He's just going to kill it. He's going to take a lot of counter damage, though, thanks to Demon Troops.
But he's going to get back thanks to the sword.
He doesn't get it all back, so there's no rights. Werewolves are at exactly 70%, so when you get hit by Twilight Star from the D-Heart, you will lose your... you will lose the 40% defense tech on the wolves. But in exchange, you're on a fort. Maybe that's enough. We'll have to see.
All right. CXO does cast Inspired on his units, so now they all have like a +1 movement. And
a little bit faster.
A little bit
1,
faster.
2, 3, 4, 5. Splash. Cannot reach the Burner. So Helena could only essentially just crash into Elite Mercenary and AoE around her. Right, get a little bit of chip on the D-Heart if she really wanted to. Ironblood also not in range to do anything meaningful here. Though we're very rapidly approaching the point where Ironblood just wins by herself. We're like a D-Heart skill and a Werner away from Ironblood winning the game.
That's why I feel like now it's... Well, I feel like this Wet Ham is going to die. Well... This turn even from the D-Heart.
So the thing is, though, if D-Heart kills Ham, he's using his skill. Skill on cooldown means that he can't kill Ironblood anymore. Which means that the only thing that can kill Ironblood is Werner. So as long as the Werner cannot... as long as the Ironblood can get to the Werner first, Ironblood would win that endgame by herself.
That is very true. Yeah, no, it's Okay, so CXO just I assume puts Werner into attack position there.
Very much so.
No, so he does go.
So here we go.
Sword.
He's just killing the sword. He's killing the sword, getting rid of that reduction. That actually probably would have saved the Ham. Right? It would have been 45% at this point because he's moved everyone into range of that sword. And again, I don't think you could actually have afforded to use the skill on D-Heart there. This Ham's not doing very much. There's no marks anywhere. You still have a Elite Mercenary. So now Ironblood goes in now and kills your Werner, but that lets you counter kill with the D-Heart. And now you're hoping that D-Heart can win the game by himself with Sissy providing a tank before Wedham just kills everything.
The Ironblood commander does get a clock on her.
Doesn't matter. She's dead.
Scarlet. Yeah. Yeah, you make it.
That one doesn't matter. We're going for. No, you're not going for Helena. You're not. Don't do it. No,
he's going on
a
journey.
This.
He's going on a journey.
Don't go on a magical adventure for Helena. Why? D-Heart, why? All you had to do was kill the Ironblood. I guess killing the Ironblood was still a losing play, right? You kill the Ironblood, Ham kills your mercenary, and then you summon another one, and then Helena kills that one, and then you can't summon another one, and Ham kills your D-Heart, and D-Heart without a skill doesn't do anything.
Why did he go so far out? He could have just killed the Ironblood and then act again with the Sissy.
Act again is on cooldown because he used it a couple turns ago.
Oh, did he? Okay,
and again,
still, like
D-Heart without a skill can't kill anything on this field at all.
Still, he had the puppet for cooldown reduction, and would have had the Lancer protecting.
Lancer was gonna die.
Okay.
And also, actually, Helena kills the Lancer, and then that guarantees marks the D heart. Then you heal the mark off, summon another Lancer, Wedham kills that one, marks the D heart again, and you can't summon. You're still far off of 3C again, and then you just either Helena or Wedham kills you at that point. Stun the ham, though. If you kill there,
Yeah,
you stun the ham, but that brings you out of guard, Death Crystal, and then you die to Helena. Right.
But still, like as you said, like trying to go for the Helena there. That was a help.
Helena was bold.
It was very bold. That's a good way to put it.
It was a bold move, but it did not work. Oh, also, I just realized a while ago we were wondering why Ham did not jump on the Sissy. He didn't bring jump. He had crush. I remember seeing that, but it just clicked in my mind.
Oh, okay. That'll explain a lot.
15, 20 minutes ago. Anyways, this game, desert map, hooray. The second greatest map in the game, right behind Sky Map.
Oh, Sky Map's great. Especially if you're an AoE person stuck in the corner. Oh, yeah, it's great.
Oh boy. Moondoggy player 2 this game. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these aggressive pieces switched back out. A lot of these were kind of like... A lot of these were turn pro, but they were also kind of... They could stay in. It was kind of also an acknowledgement of CXO not really eager to pick a tank here, even though he has 4 of them. So, you could get value out of these more aggressive units like Elwyn if you get into a pure tankless game.
Mm-hmm. All right,
nope,
so
goodbye.
Moondoggy is flipping the table again, saying like, nope, I'm not dealing with this stuff again.
Assassins do stay in, notably.
Yeah.
Archon comes in on the desert map. That seems like no, Archon goes out. I'm reading this wrong.
Yeah.
Archon goes out. That makes sense. That is what I expected to see.
You're right, Kat. Casting is hard, as you can tell.
Once again, no changes from CX0. Confident in what he's got.
You know, this is just my personal take. I wish they at least put like the little names under the portraits, so I'd have to memorize all 50 characters in this game.
That'd be too much noise on the screen. I don't think it's actually necessary. You don't have to memorize every character. There's only like 20 that people use anyways.
That's true. Yeah.
Also, I think it's funny if you look at Moondoggy's little list of units, you can see the backup box behind it. It's semi-transparent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like if you look next to Epsilon, you can see Helena's face.
Even I never realized that. Huh?
It's not semi-transparent on the other side. It's only player 2 that gets to see what they took in and out of backup box behind their units for some reason.
Wow.
It's not something that you actually care to see. So it's not like it's it's better to be player 2 or anything. It's just funny. It's just funny that the UI element is different on the left side. Who knows why?
Man,
anyways, Werner first pick here again from CXO. Same thing we saw game 1.
People love the Werner in this game. I got.
He's so good. It's just it's so much damage. If you want to play assassins, Werner and Epsilon are the go-to assassins. And of the two, honestly, I think Werner is like miles better than Epsilon.
Because I figure like the Epsilon pick would be better just for his faction buff and the shield he gets. But
yeah, but then Hilda gets picked and Epsilon does nothing. Right, Epsilon gets pretty hard bricked by crit aura, whereas Werner just doesn't care.
He just goes in with his double strike and then laughs in Hilda's face. That's interesting.
Oh, he'll go in with 3C and kill you anyways. He does not care about Hilda aura whatsoever.
Wow. It's kind of funny,
like,
really.
Against the very bulkiest targets, it can actually start to make a difference, but like 90% of what Werner is clicking abilities on just dies. And
it's not even like a build Werner. Any average Werner I feel like can do that, eh?
Mm-hmm. If your Werner is reasonably enchanted, Yeah,
like decently high attack or whatever.
Yeah, if you've got good attack on Werner, you can ignore Hilda with him. That's part of what makes him so valuable. He's so much harder to answer than the other assassins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. Oh, because I always thought, like, I always consider like the as you said, the Epsilon more the number one assassin these days. But
Epsilon's very nice
yeah.
because Epsilon's very
Yeah.
bulky, but
Bulky
in
and
terms
has a
of
stealth.
raw damage, he's mediocre. He's
Ah,
better than Sherry for damage. After he's stacked up, he's better than Kyra. Before stacking, he's probably a little bit worse, and he
Right.
can't compete with Werner.
Okay, then. So Burner number one. Oh, good to know.
Like fully stacked Epsilon and unbuffed Werner are pretty similar in damage output. It's
Oh,
it's silly. And
This
if there's a
guy's silly,
Hilda
really?
if there's a Hilda on the field, it's not even close.
Really? Okay, then.
Yeah, Epsilon is just completely useless into crit aura. Not completely useless. He'll kill squishy things, but like if you go for any kind of bruiser, he'll just fail.
Right. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna remember bringing the Burner a lot more in my games more.
Yeah, try it out.
Try it out.
You
I
will
know.
be rewarded.
Yeah. This ape. This is for my personal take. This season of Apex, I'd be kind of slacking a little bit. I think I want to play like a dozen or so games.
Dang.
Yeah,
I think-
it's life.
Am I at 200 yet, or am I hitting 200 this week?
Oh my god, that's
I think I'm
impressive.
hitting 200 this week.
Wow,
And
you should get.
honestly don't have that many because I play slow. Yeah, the people at the top of the ladder who all play Rush have like probably 300-400 games
Wow.
because they play Rush. Their
impressive.
games take like 5 minutes.
They do either the Assassin Rush or the AoE Rush, one
Yeah.
of those two things.
They just go hard.
Yeah, just go hard. Next game, lose. Next game.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so talking about the boxes, what we got here.
A lot of assassins
Again-
for Moondoggy, a lot of assassins for CXO. It's assassin meta, baby. Woo!
This is
Sherry
the
on
assassin.
CXO's side is noteworthy for being a pretty bad assassin when it comes to damage. Potential at least, can very easily fail Werner if he brings bulkier troops. Kyra should have no issues. Leanna and Sissy, it depends on if they're fixed immune. If they're fixed immune, Sherry's doing nothing. If they're not fixed immune, maybe. Werner on both sides is obviously going to be equally good, though we do know it's Assassin Werner for CXO, Infantry Werner for Moondoggy. That does actually make a huge difference because the difference is Moondoggy has 1 extra point of movement, which means that he just easily zones out CXO's Werner. Sissy on both sides, so there's no Moby buffs, so really CXO has to pray for breezes if he wants to get in on this Werner. Because without Breeze, he's just going to get slowly bullied away and then killed.
Now Moondoggy does have 2 act again, so he can definitely play the turn advantage game with him. Once the unit's getting closer, he can go in for a double strike with either the Werner or the Kyra.
Let me see. CXO loses the coin flip. Moondoggy also loses the coin flip. All right, we have a game.
All right.
CXO electing not to even bring the mobility buff on Sissy because it can just be mirrored by Moondoggy. Moondoggy does have it though. So now actually even a Breeze doesn't bail you out because Breeze just ties you with the Werner now. We do see Firebrands again on this Werner. You don't need them to kill Ham.
Maybe
You
he just
don't
wants
need
be
them to kill
assertive.
Sherry. You don't need them to kill Werner. They're just squishier. You're probably not dead to Sherry because she's angels as opposed to goblins. So you probably don't get punished for this, but
Well, the Christine is going to buff the Sherry a bit, so maybe just to be 100% certain on the Sherry kill, that's why he bought Firebrands?
double strike will still kill. Double strike will kill, and 3C ignores class type, so you don't gain anything from Firebrands ever.
Oh, okay.
So usually if it were me playing, I probably would have gone heavies this game. Heavies are kind of like
Heavy infantry.
the
standard.
the highest damage output that you're gonna get, while still also being very bulky.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, like, yeah, I do remember the Firebrands is not something you see too often, so it's interesting that Moondoggy is quite.
Yeah, no, you
committed
almost
to-
never see Firebrands on Werner. Usually if he goes range troop, he goes faceless to help with crit, which can actually be relevant for infantry Werner. Right, you don't have that much skill, you don't have that much crit chance, you're kind of like 80% without accessory crit, I want to say. It's 30% here, 40% there, 10% from stone. So yeah, you're 80% to crit with the Werner. If you don't have any crit on your accessory, and then that gets reduced by like Christie Aura, by anti-crit on these units if they have it. So I have seen Faceless on Infantry Werner to kind of help address that crit issue.
Right. The crit issue, yeah. But even then, like I feel like crit assassins on the Werner is only really good against squishies. Like as you said, the heavies is more of a balance build for him overall. But
right now, assassins, if you crit because of assassins when you wouldn't have crit with heavies, you will do more with Faceless. But if you were going to crit with both of them, then I would just rather have heavies. Also worth noting, heavies, the Sherry does not have a Glory of the World, means it's very likely not to be Last Rites. If I had thought to check before Christie had buffed, we could have checked for green magic defense to confirm if it is exclusive or not. But if it is not rights, then she is always dead to Werner. Any skill, easy.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's like
easy.
It's not even close at that point. Kyra did not bring Gospel here. Werner doesn't really need a buff. He'll do plenty of damage anyways. So you can just Gospel with, Leanna Gospel can go on to Kyra, and then you're okay, I guess. Right, there's no mass attack on the Sissy because he wanted to bring the +1 movement to counter CXO's +1 movement, and CXO didn't bring +1 movement. Oops.
Kind of strange if he didn't, but okay. Because you figure they both would be trying to play the position game, but maybe CXO has more faith in his Christie tank.
It definitely makes life rough for CXO because it means this Werner can just kind of take whatever kill he wants. On the bright side, Moondoggy has Sork's Kyra into a Christie. So that's kind of awkward as far as the Kyra actually killing things. She does bring Faith here. Faith will help a lot. But you kind of want this Kyra to take a kill before the Werner. There's not too many great options.
I can
no Twilight Star means that the Werner is probably fine. Wedham with Gargoyles on defensive terrain should be fine. Sherry should be fine. Basically always is fine. Honestly, I'm a little surprised we didn't see Dark Elves here on this Kyra. That would have been very nice for killing Ham.
Oh, Dark Elves. Oh, yeah.
If you're not running Twilight Star, they're pretty good, as it turns out. Does actually put the Gospel onto Werner, though. That means Kyra's not going in.
No, definitely the Kyra's just going to stay back and maybe play the reactive game of CXO to see who CXO is going to go in first with.
I guess you can buff the Kyra with 3C off of Sissy as well. Give you one turn of 30% attack. 30% attack, 10% damage. That might be enough. That's probably enough to kill the Ham, even on terrain. With Christie Aura, it's close with Christie Aura. It's close, but unless you miss crits, it's probably enough. It is Assassin Kyra with Sork, so missing crit is actually pretty likely. You're almost even odds, as a matter of fact, to miss crit. Unless you have crit on your accessory again. Right. Which, the only person who knows that Moondoggy has crit enchant on his accessory is Moondoggy himself. There's no way for us to know.
I'm sure he'll brag about it later on in Discord.
If it works.
If it works. If it doesn't work, then he's just like, let's not talk about it. Alright, so surprisingly, CXO, he's the one being the aggressive one here. Moondoggy is the one holding back.
Yeah, I mean, this Werner really has to do a lot of heavy lifting this game. So he can't really just run out here and take a trade kill. Right? You have two healers in the back here for Moondoggy, which means that you really need to... You have to get at least one free kill, essentially. Right. And you would prefer to get more than one free kill. You would, if you're going to trade a unit, you want to trade Kyra off, not Werner.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely here. Like, well, right. The two units, like, Moondog really only has two valid units that can help him win this game, right? All his other units are just support, so it's... I feel like Moondog, you can see right now, he's just trying to protect the Burner and the Kyura as much as he can before CXO comes in. Now, with the Lana Free C on the Werner right now, it does open up the potential for the Hilda to be debuffed and anti-heal by the Wet Ham if CXO does choose to go in with him.
That is true. The Hilda's not super relevant for Moondoggy this game. It does block off the Sherry 3C, which is kind of important. But there's also, Sissy can just make a Lancer to keep guard up. And then at that point, if you're trading, even if you're trading your entire Hilda for Wedham, that's pretty favorable.
Right, that's the Hilda's just doing her job, just tanking away.
Yeah.
But also, the Cherry as well with the stun with her Raging Storm to do the stun lock on the Hilda as well. She could stun the Hilda and then then the Wet Ham could go in to get a free kill on somebody.
That is true. Again, though, there's Mercenary to stop the Ham follow-up. And if you ever give Sherry an act again with 3C, if Sherry ever 3Cs your Hilda and gets an act again for doing it, you've done something very wrong. That's not hard to prevent.
Right, these are I'm talking about the two act agains. It really can work in Moondoggy's favor here, just because now CXO has to think twice as hard because of the turn advantage. The two act agains can be quite annoying, especially when you're second player.
Yep, right now Ham is just out of range of the Kyra, so we're not going to see...
Oh, act again on the Kyra.
I am just not going to complete that thought. Okay, so Kyra has been act again. However, she does not have an attack buff.
No attack buff.
In order to reach the Ham, she needs Sissy's mobility buff. Or the Burner. Right, she needs a mobility buff to reach either of these units, which means that she is not ever getting an attack buff. So really all this does is it potentially baits out the 3C from CXO Sissy, just so that you don't give Moondoggy a free action. And there we go.
And there we go, the act again. So CXO knows what's coming, so activates the Wet Ham now, just in case the Kyra does dive in, or the Werner.
Yeah, and again, that act again is so that you don't just get completely hosed on actions, right? Because if you don't act again there, then you can have a scenario where Kyra ends her turn. Now you have to end turn with the last of your units. Now there's a Werner and a Sissy available, which means Werner runs out, takes a kill, Sissy acts again him, he runs away, or he takes another kill. So you really had to do that act again to avoid getting completely blown out by double act again from Moondoggy. And now Moondoggy's just waiting for Leanna act again to come back up, and then he can do it again. Sissy act again comes up at the same time. So, yeah, you kind of are going to be eternally playing this game of don't let Moondoggy get two act agains without using your own. Right, don't let him just have that turn priority, or that action, that extra set of actions on you.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, both of these sides are refusing to move right now. They're playing the real staring contest right now.
Yeah, I mean, CXO really can't move up without getting himself in range of Kyra, which is not too dangerous because she doesn't have a buff, but if she does get a buff, then it becomes very dangerous.
You can definitely kill any of these units.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but she can definitely come close to it.
I'm close.
Depending on what buff she gets, she can maybe kill some of them. But there is still a Christie aura, and they do still have last rights, and they are still, Wedham's on defensive terrain.
Right.
There's no Twilight Star to break any of the
that
rights.
5% defense terrain.
It doesn't matter. All you need is defensive terrain, and the Flyers are happy.
That's right. Flyer passive buff. That's right.
Uh-huh.
About that.
20% damage reduction. That's really that's enough that you live most Kyras, unless they bring Dark Elves, in which case they absolutely murder you. But that is not the case.
No. Actually, can Dark Elves go eat through werewolves as well?
Kyra kills the wolves.
Oh, okay then.
Assassin Kyra, I actually don't know about for certain because I run Holy, but Holy Kyra, the way that animation works exactly, you should get 5 hits of Dark Elves into the wolves because they fire.
Right.
You'll always get some soldier hits because they fire frame 1. But I think they do volleys. So you'll get 5 hits into wolves. Kyra will 1-tick all the remaining wolves, do a bunch of damage to the ham, and then you get 15 elf ticks into ham, and then he just gets evaporated by that.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you have heard people say like, when you're using Kyra attacks the troops, and then your troops attack the hero.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's pretty much true, but it's not exactly correct.
Right.
It's not exactly correct because at least some of your troops will always attack the instant that the battle starts. No matter how fast your animation is, some of your troops are going to do something. Exactly how many of them do something and what happens is a little bit more of a question mark, depending on the troop. But some of them do something. Right? So like that's how I played Demon Bozo last season, and I would like my Bozo would get killed by Sherry, and I'd be like, why am I dead to Sherry with goblins and not without? Because without goblins, all 20 hits of Sherry would go into my Stone Colossus, and then that's it. Bozo lives. With goblins, 5 hits from the goblins would hit the Stone Colossus and kill like 2 of them, which means that 16 ticks from Sherry go into the Colossi, kill the remaining Colossi. That leaves 4 ticks to hit Bozo. Holy versus Demon, and Bozo gets incinerated.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's the same thing with Sherry, where people say Sherry attacks the troops, troops attack the hero. That's not quite accurate, and it does make a difference.
The more you know, the more you know about Kyra.
So there's a knowledge dump for everyone in chat. Congratulations! I know I've spoken about it before if you've been here before.
Wow.
So we see Kyra move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, just out of range of the burner. So Kyra's gonna look for something here. There's a Sissy Actian, give her 30% boost. Ham did move off of the defensive terrain, which means he's probably just dead. Right, Sissy Actian into Kyra hitting Ham. He should just be dead.
Yep, here comes the
And
Actian.
here goes. The only way he doesn't die is if Kyra misses crit, which again, you're almost 50-50 to do. So we will see. It's slightly better than 50-50. It's like 65-ish% crit chance on the Kyra here. So we will see if it's actually enough. Actually, is it even 65? 26 there, 46, 10% there. It's only 56, isn't it? So yeah, it literally is basically just a coin flip. As close to a coin flip as you're going to get. So here we go, Kyra. Do you win the coin flip?
Do you get the kill?
Let's turn animations on for this.
All right.
Just to see,
be the end of the
see where those crits
Talk
go.
about the animation here. Here she comes.
Here we go.
Oh!
Yeah, Kyra did not crit troops, which is the ones that matter.
Oh,
so she did get a crit. Kyra crit the ham, but she did not crit the gargoyles, which means that she took too much damage killing the gargoyles. It took her too long to kill the gargoyles, and then ham survives behind it.
Oh, that is unfortunate for Moondog right there. Especially with a buff up Kyra, you think he would have had. He probably had the guaranteed kill.
It certainly looked guaranteed, but again, that's what happens when you run. That's the danger of running Assassin Kyra with Sorks. You are acknowledging that your crit chance is not very good.
And she's dead now.
And she is dead. Yeah, that's just a free Shadow Raid kill. There's not anything else for the Sherry to do, but honestly, Sherry getting 1 kill this game is better than better than CXO ever expected.
Now Moondoggy only has 1 unit left just to try to do damage with, basically.
That being said, that 1 unit is a very good unit.
It is a very good one, but Moondoggy now has to make sure he does everything he can to keep that unit alive.
Yeah, you gotta stay in guard all the time, which means that you can't really move out here. Maybe you can. This Ham's low enough that you can kind of ignore him and just full push the Hilda forward. If Ham comes in for your Werner, he's gonna kill himself for it. So you can full push, you can full push with the Hilda and then try and get Werner to pick the Werner for free, and then you're in pretty good shape again.
Right with it.
That being said, Ham could suicide here to just get the heal reversal onto Werner. He almost certainly wouldn't kill him, but could definitely cripple him for a while. Give CXO's Werner a chance to push up and take the assassination. So you still have to be a little bit careful about just yeeting Hilda in there.
Alright. Healing up the Ham there, so I think CXO is now just gonna hold back and wait for the Christie passive to be up again and her buffs. So
yep. And now that CXO is up a unit, this act again pressure from Moondoggy is basically non-existent. So CXO really doesn't have to use his act again super aggressively anymore. You don't really have to worry about acting again just to stop Moondoggy from having double act again. Because there's just not enough actions left on Moondoggy's side anymore.
Right. Yeah. Moondoggy just basically has to protect this Werner with his life. But even then, like Werner, C1D2, he doesn't get like he has to rely on both the Liana and the Sissy White just to buff him up, just to keep him going. And if he loses those buffs, then that basically could be game for him.
Nah.
Yeah, you still think he could do it?
Oh, he'll still kill everything here. He would need double strike to kill. He would need double strike to kill the Ham, and the Sherry kill could be questionable with 3C. Honestly, basic attack would probably do. Well, no, he's infantry, so he can't just basic attack at 2 range. The Sherry could be questionable without an attack buff. The Werner should be pretty easy to kill though, and the Ham will very, very die to double strike because you have Firebrands.
I like that vocabulary. Very, very dead.
Yep. But it is definitely very rough because your Werner can kill his Werner, but the reverse is also true. And now you don't have the actions to spare to really play this positioning game. There's going to come a time where Werner will end his action and there won't be an act again available for him. And then CXO can position his Werner very aggressively, act again, take the trade kill. It's not even a trade kill at that point because once the Werner's dead, Moondoggy has nothing left. Right, so it's a very, very rough position for Moondoggy here. All because Kyra failed to kill. Failed to get the crit. Or rather, failed to crit the one that mattered.
If you brought the Dark Elves, you probably would have got the kill, right?
Very likely.
Yeah.
Because it's, actually, not very likely. Absolutely. It's double flyer.
100%. Right.
Yeah, that's just 100% to kill. Especially because you had Sissy buff going for you as well.
Right.
But that is not the scenario we are in. Sissy spending some more coins refreshing the mobility buff. She'll have plenty of coins by the time 3C is back up. That's not really a concern.
If the game goes on for that long, that's the thing now.
Yeah.
Because I think.
Well, I mean that's not next turn, but the following.
The following turn, yeah. Next turn, CXO is just gonna buff his units up and then go in on turn 6. I feel.
I wouldn't be too surprised if Christie walked forward to make it so that Ham could attack from guard.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad strategy.
That would force the Werner out, and then you get a bunch of chances to just kill the Hilda or kill the Werner. You might not want to do that on the turn when Actkin is available, though. That might be... You might end up just getting everyone killed by Werner if you go for that. But who knows? Oh yeah, this Werner's also Hammer. We saw last game. This is a Hammer Werner, which means that he breaks the rights on anyone who has them. All these units could potentially have rights.
Yeah, no, like it's interesting.
Yeah, again, it's so much damage. I don't think the Sherry is rights. So I don't think it's actually a difference maker there, but it would be a lot of extra damage against the Ham. It would be a lot of extra damage versus the Werner.
It's funny, you don't see the Hammer on the Werner too often. So this is it's interesting to see how well it works here.
Yeah, right, a lot of Werners favor Stinger over, or a lot of infantry Werners favor Stinger.
Oh, try to break the last rights here.
That gives up Wedham marks. Oh boy, you were very lucky not to immediately lose the game for doing that, Moondoggy. Jesus. If Wedham had marked Ham, the game just ends immediately.
It ends right there.
Wow.
Gutsy play by Moondoggy.
Bold.
Or maybe like just a little bit of an oopsie.
I mean,
I can see what he was trying to do
some
there.
buffs on the Werner. You took out a bunch of state guards, so like you're crippling his offensive potential until he gets a heal. But like the healer's still up. He can't just get a heal. He can get a 3C act again even, and then he gets all his buffs back too. He got a breeze to go with it. That didn't really accomplish very much, I feel like. Because now, I mean, Werner just acts again and then runs in and double strikes your Werner, and that's the game.
I feel like it would have been better just to summon the infantry and just let him sit around for the additional attack buff aura.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking he would do. Oh, and Moondoggy is out of time. Hello, Hilda.
Oh, no.
Run forward, please. Uh-oh.
Oh, Moondog.
I wonder, is that just a timeout from thinking too much, or did he disconnect? I don't know if we actually see if they're disconnected or not from spectator view.
That looked like an auto thing because the...
that was an auto move because he ran out of time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was an auto move because he was out of time or an auto move because he was disconnected and ran. If he ran out of time because he was disconnected or ran out of time because he was sitting there thinking.
All right, shallow step. All right.
I actually wasn't paying. No, that didn't happen because he just ran out of time here. Yeah. Goodbye, Werner.
This is GG.
This is over. Yeah, we're done.
Yep. We're done.
That's gonna be CXO
that auto
winning.
move just cost him the game. Hated when to see it.
You hate to see it. It would have been rough to come back from, even without, auto AI just killing you immediately. He probably would have just bled out eventually. But it is certainly rough to just instantly lose to something outside of your control like that.
Right. Just like,
well, I guess it's not completely outside of your control. You could have moved before the time ended. You did have the big flashing numbers on the screen saying, you better move, you better move, you better move.
My guess is he was making probably in the middle of his move and then did hit the button in time.
Yeah, just ran out of time. Could be that maybe he was like trying to move Werner and had to choose stance. I don't know if that would actually...
There's a possibility.
If you would see Werner move first, though. Because there are some units... Like, if you use a teleport, I know you can time out mid-teleport, and it undoes your teleport, and then just runs someone forward.
I like Death Crystal reference to another player called Play Faster, please.
Yep.
Make sure to play faster.
Sherry goes in.
All right, stun.
Gets the stun. Werner's just going to take any kill he so desires. Spoiled for choice here.
All right. Diana,
goodbye,
doesn't matter.
Diana.
And there's no way to...
Yeah, there we go.
That's game.
Well, that will be the end of that game. So,
all right.
CXO moves on to round of 8, and Moondoggy, really unfortunate that he timed out there. Better luck next time, I guess.
Right.
So, well, for everyone watching, I will see you next time. Vanorion, go ahead and, wave goodbye.
Wait for the internet goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys had a good time listening to the two of us stream on this fine Friday night. There's going to be plenty more games, I'm sure, this Saturday and Sunday. So I'll try to cast a few of those if I have time. I'm in the middle of a move right now, so we'll see. I know you're probably gonna be streaming this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Plan to stream.
We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Well, thanks for casting.
Bye,
with me.
YouTube.